Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us for the NBA Rising Stars Challenge. Get ready for some thrilling end-to-end action as the best first and second-year players in the NBA do battle on the hardwood. Alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan.
And Kevin, you talked about some thrills being in store for us tonight. These young guys are all capable of making a spectacular play at any given time. And I got a feeling we'll see plenty of them here tonight.
Absolutely.
Well, without question. I mean, if this game has taught us anything over the last few years, over the years in general, it's there isn't a highlight reel big enough to capture all of the incredible high-flying action.
And now the opening lineup for Team World. We've got Luka Doncic. Barrett is out there with Hachimura. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Bitadze in at the 5 down low. And Ayton throws it down.
And really an underrated playmaker. Williamson with good court vision and solid decision-making.
And with DeAndre Ayton, he looks like he could end up as one of the top centers in the league.
I mean, he has all the tools you want from a modern center. Great size and wingspan, protects the paint well, very strong for his age, and has shown he can dominate.
Team World shooting their first free throw tonight.
And guys, since this game started back in '94, this has been a perfect warm-up for the All-Star game. I mean, it has all the fun and excitement of the big game with the added element of introducing some of the great young stars to the league's fans.
Now here's Morant. Shot clock at 6. Poked loose. They're running. Here's Hachimura, and he makes good on the layup. Hachimura's got 5.
Not a lot in the way of defense here tonight, but, you know, that's about the norm.
Yep, this game is always going to be about offense, about entertaining these fans as much as possible.
Now, here is Young, and that one's good. Williamson. This really has become one of the signature events of All-Star Week. And I know you love it, Greg. It gets everyone into the mood for all the festivities that are soon to come.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's such a great way for these young players to show off some of the fancy moves that they wouldn't even dare to attempt in a regular season game.
And this is how you want to start the ball game. 4 for 4 from the field. Seems like they're right on point and can't miss.
Here's Ayton. Second shot opportunity. And Williamson with the layup.
Second chance opportunities. Williamson explosive into the air with the touch and concentration to finish.
And it's just something about the Rising Stars Challenge. It gives each of these young players a chance to really do something special on a national stage, maybe for the first time in their professional career.
Well, you know what? All good things must come to an end, and they finally miss after making their first 4.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Here's Hachimura. He has 5. Here's Doncic. And the shot is long. You brought up the big stage these young guys are on tonight. For so many of the fans, Greg, who are still, just getting familiar with these players, it really is a great welcome to the NBA moment.
It really is a showcase. And for each player, whether they have great moments or not, just being chosen to participate is a huge honor. And it says a lot about where they stand amongst their peers. And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Now, here is Young. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Shot clock at 5. Shoots off the step back, and that one off the back of the rim and in.
And some players in the Rising Stars Challenge aren't especially well-known yet. But this young man is someone we've already become very familiar with.
It has not taken him long to really establish himself in the league. I mean, he's been logging a ton of minutes.
And for me, this is always one of the best weeks of the year. So much fun for everyone involved. Fans, players, coaches. what a blast.
Yeah, the NBA knows how to throw a party in celebrating its game. There's no doubt about that. And All-Star Week is one great show after another.
And now the first timeout called here for Team World. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Frank Vogel had a few minutes to share with me. He was amazed at how developed some of these guys are at such a young age. He remembers when it was rare that a rookie made a major contribution to the team. Now it's almost expected. And a number of these players are ready for it. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David. Now, here's Doncic. Over Sexton, and Doncic gets it to go.
Not much in the way of defense being played here early on.
Well, you know how it works. I mean, both teams will be conserving their energy at the defensive end until later on. That's typically how this thing unfolds.
Here's Graham. It's rebounded by Hartenstein.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
Doncic passes to Doumbouya. And here is Doncic. Shoots from 14. Chalk up 2 there. Doncic has got his 3rd basket of the night. And so Graham will bring it up for USA. Passes it to Bamba. Now here's Sexton. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Williamson dishes to Bamba. 6 to shoot. Tries again. He takes it up and lays it in.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now USA with it. They're on a 14-6 run. And it's Williamson missing.
Well, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
And Greg tonight, what's a scarier sight than watching Zion Williamson come at you in the open court?
Yeah, going 280, incredible speed and agility. This is the type of pace and space game that tends to showcase guys like Williamson.
Sexton's shot is good.
You know, you got to respect Sexton's scoring ability. The closer he gets inside, the more effective he is.
And there's the pass to Doumbouya. Here's Melly, defended by Bridges. Here's Okobo. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Williamson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Graham kicks to Sexton. Out to the right wing. The 11-footer. It's rebounded by Doncic. Now Doumbouya got it up. And no good on the last second attempt this time. We'll get right back to the action when we return. We'll never forget, I'm sure.
Oh, to be young and athletic. Just a ton of energy out there on the floor tonight.
Yeah, you know, like we see every year, these young guys are super excited to be playing in this game, and that excitement comes out onto the court.
So, Team World's 5 right now. Doumbouya is out there with Hartenstein. Then there's Doncic, and it's Okobo in at the 1. Now, here's Sexton. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
Yeah, a little light on the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight. And that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
It's sort of a revelation this season. He's quickly established himself as one of the league's top young players.
And that's always impressive to see because there were a lot of people who had their doubts about it. But he seems to thrive on proving those people wrong, and he's off to a good start.
Now Bridges after Sekou Doumbouya misses from long range. Bridges passes to Bamba. Hits the jump hook. Bamba's got his second bucket of the night.
Good position that time around the bucket, and when Bamba does that, he's hard to stop.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Now, here's Doumbouya. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Doncic outside. Here's the three. It's hauled in by USA. Down low, here's Sexton, and Sexton slams it in.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
And Team World calls time here. And in his second year out of Michigan State, Miles Bridges can certainly elevate.
He can rock the rim with the best of them. Perhaps looking for redemption from last year's dunk contest.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Pass to Barrett. Fires the three. He can't get that one, so USA will take it the other way. Now here's Porter. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Porter kicks to Morant. Back to Porter. 6 on the shot clock. Morant passes to Young. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Barrett with the ball. No points in the game yet for him. The jump hook. Yep, it goes, and the USA lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Hachimura.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
Clark for three. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Now, here's Barrett. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one's on Morant.
The energy Barrett plays with puts defenders on their heels. He's really good at forcing the opposition's hand.
So, Greg, the word that comes to mind when I think of R.J. Barrett, who we'll be seeing tonight, relentless.
Yeah, his attacking style really works for this kind of game. Great athlete, loves to compete. I know he's looking forward to making a statement here against his peers. And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence.
Now, here's Barrett. It's Clark with the rebound.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Here's Ayton, up and in, off to an efficient start, 2 for 3 from the field.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Barrett. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Barrett's got 4 this quarter. To the paint. And he banks in the layup. And USA leads by 13.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's tipped.
Well, you see the insane vertical, the long arms. Morant impacts every aspect of the game.
And when you look at the type of players that Michael Porter plays like, your Durants and your Ingrams, a lot to like in that comparison.
Yeah, Porter has that rare blend of shooting, touch, and size. Moves very well and can free up space with his quickness. He could be an elite scorer for a long time.
Shooting 2.
No good on that one.
And the ceiling so high for Porter. A versatile, effective forward
who does so many things well.
Williamson is checked in for USA. Team World trails by 14. Pass to Hachimura. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Here's Melly. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Passes it to Hachimura. 5 on the clock. Shoots over Morant.
And the outside game just not clicking for them tonight. That three-point percentage is up from where it was in the first quarter, but that ain't saying a whole lot.
On offense, here's Team World. They trail by 14. And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Picking up his second foul here. Has to be careful because they can pile up quickly.
And Team World making a change here. Doncic is checked in. Here's Hachimura, guarded by Porter. The pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 5 to shoot. Team World needs to get off a shot. Here's Melly. That one off the back iron and out.
There wasn't much defensive resistance there, guys, but somehow he blew it anyway. Missed opportunity.
Morant passes to Williamson. Over Barrett. And it's Williamson missing. Team World trails by 14. And here's Barrett. And it's Morant with the rebound.
And you know what? Defensively, both teams have picked it up as we've gotten a little deeper into this game.
A little more competitive fire and intensity being shown out there now.
The first thing that jumps out at you about Young, that seemingly limitless shooting range and the spacing that affords for this offense.
And it's Team World with the ball. Following the three-pointer by Trae Young.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
You know, you can't be overzealous inside when you guard Young. You got to be better at contesting without fouling.
For USA, they've gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
Trae Young. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
He's a guy you have to game plan for. The way Young scores and passes the ball creates so many problems for the defense. As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case, Greg. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
Now, here's Doncic. And the last-second attempt does not go in for him. So as we conclude
All-Star Weekend, we couldn't have a better showcase for the incredible players that are just getting their NBA careers underway. Just think of all the plays that these young players have in front of them.
Well, this game is over.
And what a showcase this game has been for the league's best and brightest young stars.
And you know, one of my favorite things is seeing the camaraderie between the players. I mean, both of these teams really enjoying playing together and against each other.
They've got 8. Morant is out there with Young. Then there's Williamson. And it's Porter in at the small forward. And that's the group for Brett Brown as we begin the second half. Young's shot is off. Team World trails by 17. And Barrett gets it to go. Barrett's got 6 points.
And you like the toughness there. Barrett being more comfortable having to deal with an aggressive defense.
Williamson dishes to Young. Pass to Williamson. Here's Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does. He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
Young outside. Rebound by Team World.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Gilgeous-Alexander. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second bucket of the game to go. And Young kicks to Ayton. Inside. And Ayton throws it down.
You see the court awareness Morant has. Outstanding at keeping his teammates involved with good looks.
Doncic against Young. Morant with the steal. Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Got a piece of it.
And using that wide reach to reject shots. Ayton can't afford to throw up weak stuff around the big fella. I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim.
Yeah, just couldn't contain himself. Couldn't control himself there.
They double him with Williamson. And Doncic gets it to go. Doncic has got 4 this quarter.
Oh, wow. 4 or 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
So timeout called here, the first for USA. And Team World making a change here. Vargas checked in. Here's Morant. And rarely do you see a player like Doncic come in so polished, guys, at this age.
I mean, Doncic already looks like a 10-year vet. Very precise with every movement and decision he makes on the wing. Just a great knack for passing, plus that vision. And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
Graham, the pass to Morant. Kicks it to Graham. Six to shoot. Sweet little floater.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Bonga. Pass to Doncic. Pass to Bitadze. Over Morant. Bitadze can't hit.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Right wing. Here's Bonga. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Doncic against Porter. Fades and shoots. Doncic, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Porter kicks to Graham. Back to Porter. Ring shot on the way. He can't get that one to fall. And Team World will come the other way. Charity stripe shot. Out to Doncic. Now the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Morant comes with the double team. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hachimura. Team World with another miss. USA leading by 17. To the inside, Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
And Team World calls time here. Last season, the NBA announcing the launch of a league in Africa, along with FIBA. Clark, what do you think of that move?
I think it's another example, Kevin, of the globalization of the game and the NBA's intentional, purposeful way of expanding and continuing to grow the game for the sake of the business of basketball, which is a game that obviously you and I love.
And Clark, we see so many foreign players come into the NBA and play well. Not just play, but play well.
Yeah, not just Africa, although
right.
a number of players from Africa, but a number of different countries have signed on. It could make for a more exciting league.
1:10 left in the third. Here's Hartenstein. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. And so Graham will bring it up for USA. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Here's Okobo. No points in the game yet for him. And Doncic gets it to go.
Well, you look at Doncic, so confident, even from this area. He knows he can make it happen.
Graham dishes to Bamba. He kicks it to Sexton. Dishes to Ayton. The three. And there's Sexton. That's good on the assist by Ayton. And that's now 7 points for Colin Sexton. Sexton's gone 3 for 4 from the floor tonight. Now, here's Doncic. He's guarded closely. And stolen by Sexton. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Sexton's got 9.
And the quick, active hands of Sexton on display, creating the turnover there, just jump-starting the fast break.
From deep. And that one released in time, but no good. And it's USA finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We come back.
And it has been a fantastic game up to this point.
It certainly has. I mean, we know these young fellas can play, and they are putting on a show.
So, Team World's 5 right now. They've got Dumboya. Barrett is out there with Hartenstein, and it's Okobo in at the 1. USA leading by 22. Young outside, pass to Graham. Young taking his time here. The open look here for Sexton. A three-pointer, no good. Now, here's Barrett. Graham defending, and the basket is good. 8 points for R.J. Barrett.
And credit Barrett for his ability to be in control. Nice job keeping his composure there in a tight spot.
Sexton kicks to Young. Here's the floater. It's good.
And the first half of his season, boy, how special has it been? He has been on a rampage.
Yeah, and he's got tremendous talent. And when he's fully healthy and engaged, I mean, he's really impossible to stop. That's what we've been seeing this year from him.
And that's a foul called on Colin Sexton. That's his first foul. Here's Melly. Kicks it to Barrett. Good ball movement here by Team World. Just 5 on the clock. From deep three-point range, and it's Okobo missing. USA leading by 22. Williamson, who scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
And Williamson, such a unique prospect from a physical standpoint, can get anything he wants in that paint.
Do you think it helps the pace of the game with the NBA recently modifying the shot clock rule that after an offensive rebound, it doesn't go back to 24, it goes now to the new number, 14 seconds?
Well, I really like the rule because you don't have to bring the ball over the half-court line, which is 8 seconds, so it makes sense, and it does speed up the game, in my opinion.
And USA making a change here. Porter's checked in. Basket counts.
Just so tricky with that little floating jump shot. Porter has a great feel for when to let it fly.
Okobo, the pass to Hachimura. Here's Okobo. "13 feet away, and he connects with the jumper."
And for a guy who hasn't been able to get a ton of minutes this season, great that he's had a chance to show off his skill set here tonight.
And he does have some skills to show off. I mean, his opportunity for more playing time is going to come soon enough. He just has to stay patient.
Young with the ball. And Dumboya picks him up defensively. Shoots. That's good from Porter on the assist from Young. Young's got his 4th assist in this one. Akobo, the pass to Barrett. It's hauled in by USA. Bamba's got his 6th rebound on the night.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Bridges, he's checked in for Michael Porter. And a change for Team World. Bonga's checked in. Here's Sexton. Young outside. For a couple years now, the NBA has released the last 2 minutes report detailing missed calls in any game. Does it hurt the officials to have that information out there?
I don't think it hurts. It's not always comfortable, but I like the transparency of the move. I really do. I think when we're transparent about the human nature of what we do as broadcasters or referees or players or coaches, I think it makes for a better product. So I'm in favor of that.
Dumboya can't get it to go. Now USA with it. Big stretch here going 10-2. Young with no one around. Again, USA.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
Team World with another miss.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contribution.
Banked in off the glass. Young's got 6 in the quarter.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Hartenstein passes to Dumboya. No good with the triple. Now USA with it. They're on a 14-2 run here. Pass to Bridges. Passes it to Williamson. Back to Bridges. He kicks it to Young. 5 to shoot. USA needs to get off a shot, and that one's good. Williamson.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Now, here's Barrett. Not a lot of room, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And USA gets called for the foul.
And at 6'7", Barrett with terrific positional size, which allows him to create problems for defenders down low.
Clark, take us inside the halftime locker room in the NBA.
Well, players typically just regroup individually. There may be some conversation between the players as a group, but then the coaches will huddle, evaluate what transpired in the first half, what adjustments need to be made, and then they'll communicate that to the team. And it's basically a time to rest and regroup for the players to adjust and strategize for the coaches.
Clark, do you think there's any videotape review in there, maybe showing players certain sets, certain schemes?
In this day and age, for sure, with the use of iPads and technology. If you go back to my time, there was no quick turnaround of video in the halftime locker room.
Right. I do know officials do that, too, in their locker room at halftime. And it's good for 2.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Young with the steal. He dishes it to Graham. Young outside. At the top of the key, Bridges. The pass to Bamba. Back to Bridges. Clock at 6. Here's Young. And it's good, 2 points.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
There's 38 seconds left in the game. And stolen by Graham. Young inside. No good with the layup. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Barrett the pass to Okobo. Now, here's Barrett. Graham defending, and it goes down 2 points.
Making plays in traffic. This is where Barrett's most effective.
Young outside. So USA wins it.
I can't say enough about how well all these young men competed here tonight. A great show for the fans and a clear picture of just how many talented up-and-comers we have here in the NBA.
Greg, no doubt there are some future greats among the players we saw here tonight, and we're pleased to have brought you all the action. So now for Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan saying good night.